Okay, let's go.
What up, Heat fans? It's your boy, Robbie Joe Radio Show with Heat news that you can most definitely use. So listen, recently, Colin Cowherd, ESPN fame, he had an interesting topic, and I thought we should maybe talk about it. You know, let's have a go at it. His topic was, should LeBron James have stayed with the Miami Heat? Now, you know my opinion. Absolutely, positively, yes, he should have stayed with the Miami Heat. Yep. He should have stayed with us. I'm going to tell you why. What'd he do with us? He got 2 rings, 4 finals appearances. He also got a bunch of appearances when he went back to Cleveland. So just having LeBron on your team during that time was enough to get you to the finals. But what does LeBron have? 4 rings. 2 of those rings got the Miami Heat logo on them. I really do think that had LeBron James stayed with the Heat and, just left Cleveland, because Cleveland was trash at the time. Had he remained with us, the Heat, is a destination spot. That's number 1. So free agents would have continued to come to play with LeBron James. That's 1. 2, I think it would have been better for his legacy, Like, right now, LeBron is like, he's a free agent. He's like an opportunist. He goes where the best team is. He goes with what helps his brand. And there's nothing wrong with that. In fact, he is the founder, he's the father of the empowerment era. So from that standpoint, you gotta love him. Like, he gave the players power. But I think if he stayed in Miami, I don't know if we would have got hammer nose. I don't know if we would have kept Wade. I don't know if Wade, like, a lot of different things probably would have happened. Wade probably would have ended up leaving like he did, and he probably wouldn't have came back. We probably would have built something with a younger core. Wade probably doesn't come back, or maybe Wade never leaves if LeBron stays. Maybe he never leaves. The Chris Bosh thing, that was unfortunate. But I really think that knowing Pat Riley, having an Eric Spoelstra as a coach, and the things that we were able to achieve without a LeBron James, I believe he probably have about 3 or 4 more championships in addition to the 2 he had. So I believe he'd be pushing like 6 or 7 championships had he simply stayed in Miami. I truly believe that, because this franchise isn't going to allow LeBron James to bully them. So the right moves are going to be made. Not to say that the right moves weren't made in Cleveland, but this team would have been built differently. I really do think that, just staying with us would have been better for him. What you guys think? Y'all think he would have been better? Man, I got that long hammer nose. I got to get it out. But what y'all think? Y'all think he would have been better staying with us? Do y'all think the story was better? Because going back to Cleveland, that's a story. And getting them one, Cleveland is beloved. But even that, like, he obviously didn't want to stay in Cleveland because he went there twice and he left twice. So it obviously wasn't that. I think had Pat Riley maybe been a little less strict, which I'm sure he was by the time Jimmy came, he learned his lesson. But I think had he been a little less strict and given LeBron, a little more leeway. But, at that time, he had to still have it the Miami Heat way. That's the culture. That's the culture. But I do think LeBron would be, I don't know if he'd be as celebrated, though, because he was a villain in Miami. And I know that's one of the things that he didn't like. He didn't like being the villain here. So I don't know if maybe the narrative would have changed and he wouldn't have been viewed as the villain going forward. But I do think had he stayed in Miami, it would have been better for his the man's arguably number 1, so I can't say it would have been better for him. I think it would have been better. I think he'd be the number 1 player. I think the Jordan LeBron debate, I think he'd have the championships. I think he'd have all that he need to really, really, like, say he's the number 1 player. Even though Jordan my GOAT. But I think the way the league is built and what Miami would have been able to do for him, I think he would have been arguably the number 1 player. I mean, he's already arguably the number 1 player, but I think it would have been solidified. I think he'd had about 7 championships. Especially with his longevity, he'd had about 7 championships with the Heat. So should LeBron James have stayed with us? I think so. Unfortunately, it didn't happen that way. Should he come back? I say no. Me say no, child, no. He should not come back. Not at this stage. Even though, if he do come back, I mean, I take that back. If he come back and we ain't got to give up much and we still got Bam, Hero, Norman Powell, and LeBron running the point, we'll be tough. He'll probably get another championship because the East is weak. So he'll probably get another championship. So he should have stayed, and maybe he should come back. LeBron, if you're listening, come on home. We will let you keep your cookies. Come on home. Come on home. Anywho, it's your boy, Robbie Joe, radio show.